Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a set that I recently picked up. This is set number 21343. This is the LEGO Ideas Viking Village, coming in with 2,103 pieces, and it is an 18 plus set, as is denoted by the black box here. Now this set, originally when it came out, it intrigued me. I just really like the look of it, especially because I do own the blacksmith cottage, I think that's what the set is called. And I think this set right here would actually pair very nicely sitting next to that one. Obviously the cottage is supposed to be, kind of sitting in the middle of the woods, let's say, versus this one, because of the water accent on here, it almost looks like this is the kind of on the shoreline or something like that. But I think it'll look really nice next to that one. Now, this is denoting the set itself in the front right here. So you take a look at the top of the box here. You can see a couple of representations of the minifigures here. I think they look really, really awesome. Great detail on those. So we'll take a look at them when we actually build the set itself. Turning the box around, you do have a little bit of a closer look at one of the areas of the set here. And then in the back here, you have a full kind of view of the completed set. Again, it looks really, really nice here. I love the colorway of this also. It kind of looks like what you would think a Viking village would look like, especially when you see it in the movies and stuff like that. But then also in the bottom here, you do have a couple close-ups of some of the rooms and different areas of the Viking village. And then on the right here, you do have a representation of the full size. So this is 18 inches in length, so it's 18 inches wide, so that means that it's not a small set, so it's going to be a really awesome display set. But you can also remove some of the roofs and side panels and stuff like that to gain access into these different rooms. Now again, as a play feature, that is really cool because it allows you access into those internal spaces, but for display purposes, I pretty much would never remove those, as I don't do with a lot of my sets. They just kind of stay still. So I think it's a really, really awesome looking set, and I can't wait to go ahead and put it together. But first, let's go ahead and open up the box and see what all is inside. Alright, so inside of the box, you do have 15 individual numbered bags, which is great because if you follow my channel, if you've seen some of my Lego videos in the past, my philosophy is I usually divide my bags up into stacks of 5, and what that does is it builds into my building experience a natural break. So I'll work through 5 bags, I'll take a break, I'll work through the next 5, take a break, and then I'll work through the last 5 and then take a break. I really get into my buildings, so sometimes time goes by and I just don't really know, and if I don't give myself those breaks, I can pay for it at the end. So I like the fact that they are 15, which is, perfect 3 stacks. And then they're individual bags. A lot of times you might get sets that have multiple bags within the same number. So 2 or 3 number 1s, 2 or 3 number 2s, and so forth and so on. These are all individual bags. Now, one thing I did want to note, if you do end up picking up this set, be careful because these 2 pieces right here were actually loose inside of the box. One of them came out when I dumped out all the bags, but one of them was kind of stuck at the bottom of the bag, out of the box, I should say. And I always look inside of the box to make sure that everything came out, and I'm glad I did because one of them was underneath there. I think if I get to that building step and it asks for 2 of them, I probably would have, looked a little harder had I not seen it, but just keep that in mind. And then you have your instruction manual here. Now, there were no sticker sheets that I could find, which means that pretty much the only thing that I see that would be stickers are these shields, as you see here on the characters. And then there's something over here. Those are probably going to be all printed pieces, which is really nice. I hate having to deal with stickers and putting them correctly and stuff like that. Now, when you open up the instruction booklet, you do have some really cool information regarding like Vikings and stuff like that. You have some realistic pictures here. Again, style, careers, expedition and travels, just talking about the Viking people, I guess you would say, culture, I don't know. And then it says, meet the fan designer. So this was obviously, since it's a Lego Ideas, it was designed by a fan. And then you have meet the Lego designers, and then it was obviously put into interpretation by a Lego designer. And then you get into the actual build. This is really cool if you guys haven't seen these larger sets. It tells you what each of the different bags are going to build. So 1 through 3 will build this, 4 through 8, and then 9 through 15 will be the finished product here. So that is really, really cool, and I can't wait to start building this. So let me go ahead and get it built, and then we'll take a look at the finished set. All right, so here is the finished product. Again, with my method of building where I take a break after every 5 bags, This took me, I want to say around 4 hours to build. So it was enjoyable. Again, the building techniques are pretty easy to follow. There are some really cool things that they do, especially with this kind of rope bridge back here and the trees and stuff like that. But before we take a look at the, the actual set, let's take a look at the minifigures. You do get 4 minifigures, as you see down here. The first one is this one here. Come on. Focus, there we go. First one is this one here, which is a female minifigure. She has a like a paintbrush here and then a hammer. So, leads me to believe that she is either an artist or a blacksmith. So that is really cool because there is a little bit of a blacksmith shack in the back there. So really cool details on her. Then you have this one here, which is also a female, and this is more of a warrior. She's got this really cool expression where she's winking. She's got an axe and a shield here. Again, really awesome detail on her, her body there, her legs, and then her torso as well. And then she's got this really cool hairpiece with the big long braid there. And then you do have 2 male minifigures. Come on, stand up. Okay, we'll leave her there. The first one is this guy here, which is an archer. Really cool detail with the horns on the helmet there. So you do have his quiver in the back there. And then you have his bow. And then again, really cool design on his torso, his chest there, and his legs. Really cool use of the colors. Also, the green and the orange look really nice. And then the other male minifigure, this one here, again, Viking warrior. So you do have these horns, which are a little bit different from the archer. Instead of going straight up, they go straight out, which is really cool. He's got his big, huge sword right there, his helmet as well. And then he has this piece right here, which is kind of mimicking, it's either armor or maybe it's like some sort of sheepskin or something like that. But he looks really awesome again. Really awesome detail on the torso and the legs there. So again, the minifigure selection is pretty cool. Now, for the size of it, I almost wish that they would have included more minifigures, like maybe 1 or 2 more, just because there's a lot of area to cover. So you do have, the high areas, the low areas, and stuff like that. So again, 4 is a good number, but I almost wish that they would have included, at least 1 or 2 more. Alright, so taking a look at the set, you do have some really awesome things going on here. Really cool details that they were able to put in here. Again, as I mentioned, you do have that tree right in the front there. You do have this centerpiece, which with the doors there, they open up really, really nicely. The roofs look really cool, so you actually can go ahead and, let's see if I can get this open. Open those doors up, and there's a lot going on in there. You have a fire pit right in the middle. I'm not sure if you guys can be able to see that, but you got a fire pit in the middle and then a throne in the back. Again, you can go ahead and remove the roofs off of these if you wanted to. Go ahead and play with them, but really, really cool. So you do see this piece right here, which is depicting kind of smoke coming out because, again, that is your kind of blacksmith. You do have that hammer in the top right there, which denotes that. And then that one piece in the front right there, which is a printed towel. It looks really, really cool. And then you come over here, you have this kind of outpost. This is like a lookout post here. You do have your banner right there with a shield, and then a little shack up there. You do have a door here that can lead you in there and then go up if you wanted to. And then you have the rope bridge right here, which is a really, really cool building technique, how they did that. And then you have a little bit of mead over here. Obviously, Vikings really like their mead. And then you have some fish that has been left up drying and hanging right there. So really, really cool look to this set. I love the blue. This is kind of denoting that it's like close to the edge of the water and stuff like that. And then you have, all the rocks right here that you can walk up to and get up there. You do have a lot of different studs where you can put the minifigures. If you're going to be, displaying this, that's the way you can do that. But if you're going to be playing with it, if you're going to be using it as a playset, you can go ahead and do that as well. It is pretty sturdy when it is together. It all clicks together, so it's very nice. So turning it around so you guys can see the back. Obviously, they did not skimp in any angle that you're going to be viewing this. You do have a lot of things going on. You have another tree over here, the chimney from the blacksmith shop right there, and then even down here underneath the tower you have this little cave right there. So if you wanted to put one of the minifigures inside that cave, you can go ahead and do that. Again, more of a play feature because, normally if you're going to be displaying this, at least for me, I'm going to be displaying it from the front, so you're not going to be able to unfortunately see that in the back there, but I think it looks really, really cool. All right, so I went ahead and placed the minifigures on the set now, obviously based on how I think they should be. You have the archer right at the top here, kind of looking out. Then you have the female warrior right here, on the side. You got the male warrior here, getting ready to go into the main house right here. And then in the end over here, you do have your blacksmith, getting ready to do what blacksmiths do. So I think this is a really cool set, really fun. I could definitely see this as a play set, obviously with a couple more minifigures, and maybe in addition, like I mentioned, I'm going to be displaying it with the actual blacksmith's house. That one is a little bit out of proportion on this one, I would say, because of the size of the house itself. But for the most part, this is such a wide set, again, 18 inches wide. It does take up a substantial amount of room, so it is going to look like a good display piece. So again, if you guys are interested in picking this guy up, I would definitely recommend you do so. I haven't seen a lot of videos on it, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and make this video so you guys can see a little bit about what it is all about. Again, this is set number 21343, the Viking Village. This is a Lego Idea set, and coming in at 2,103 pieces in an 18+ set. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.